Welcome, cross trainers. I know it's your lunchtime and you're going to get ready to fuel up physically here with some food. I just want to thank you for taking time to fuel up spiritually with us by resting in God's presence together. That's our goal here today. And as you can tell, I'm in a little bit of a different space than I normally do my cross-training tapings in. I'm in our sanctuary here at Connect Church at 914 Liberty Street. And I wanted to come here because this is a space that I will take time to pray in. I will walk and pray at the same time. I can sometimes do two things at once. It works. And I want to walk through this sanctuary, this same place that I walk throughout the week with you here today. And I'm going to be talking about things, specifically things where there is uncertainty. And I think we are in uncertain times, and we have uncertainty always in our life. And so as I'm talking, I recognize that we are in the presence of God together, and that whenever we're in the presence of God and we talk and sense, it's a form of prayer. It's recognizing He's with us, and He is listening, and He cares as a Heavenly Father. And so I'm just going to invite you right now to talk and pray and walk with me. And as we begin walking, you're going to see in these pews just the tape that marks off sections where people cannot sit when we gather for worship on Sunday morning here. And that's no different than any other really church here in Pella. And I remember when we began this whole COVID-19 situation in March, we did not know what we were doing, as no one did. And so we were reaching out to Marion County Health Department. We were reaching out to the CDC, reading their guidelines. We were reaching out to other church leaders here in Pella, just seeking advice, seeking counsel. What are we doing? What are we gonna do? And really that hasn't changed. We continue to review our policy and protocol. We continue to figure out what's wise to keep people safe. And yet, how can we balance that with living together as a community? But I just want you to recognize how there is uncertainty. Uncertainty yet today with this whole COVID situation. And as I come up on the balcony, we can overlook the sanctuary, the place where we just walked, the place where we're gonna walk. And isn't it true sometimes in our life we just wish we had an overview of our life? That we could just look down and see where we've been and see where we're going? Because we are people who live just in the present moment of time. And we don't know what's always ahead. We don't know exactly what's going to take place. When we make decisions, we don't know the outcome of them, whether that's financial or occupational or relational. Sometimes we just got to make some hard decisions. And wouldn't it be nice to have this overview perspective? But we don't. And so sometimes we need to seek advice. We need to seek counsel from friends and family. What do you think? What do you think I should do? What would you do if you were in this circumstance? And as we go, we're going to leave the balcony. We're going to go down to the main floor of the church. And it just makes me think of the times in life where we're in mountaintop experiences, we're in high experiences, and then we go down to valley lows. We enter dark moments, dark places, whether it's because of sickness or breakdown of relationships or depression. And we can't see. We just know it hurts. And we may reach out. In fact, I encourage you to reach out to people. Seek advice, seek counsel, seek community. And as we continue down, you're going to see the door straight ahead and off to the right an American flag. And just the reality of our nation right now. There is so much tension. There's so much confusion. Election is coming up. Some of you may have a very clear concept of who you're voting for. It seems clear to you. To many others, it's not. And so they're reading books. They're listening to debates. They're trying to figure out who they should vote for, whether it's president or Senate leaders or other governmental leaders. And it's just an uncertain time for our nation. And no matter who we vote for, we never know in the end what the outcome of that vote will be in the course of the next 4 years. There's uncertainty. And so as we close this walk, I just want to end here. It's the front of our sanctuary, and it's a picture of Jesus. And I want to end here because this is where I think Paul lands in Romans 11, the passage we read. Oh, the depths and the wisdom and the knowledge of God. Like, that's a worship statement. He had just been wrestling with something that is deep when it comes to knowledge. It's the issue of predestination. It's the doctrine of election. It's that truth of God choosing us, that is a means of us being saved. It is initiated by him. And when Paul starts to play that out with the Israelite people, he recognizes this is deep, but oh, the depths of the knowledge and wisdom of God. I can't trace out his logic. I can't figure it out because I am so limited. My brain is so limited, but his is not. That's a statement of trust. That's where he concludes. He says, for through him and to him are all things. Everything's connected to him. I trust him. To him be the glory forever and ever. I trust him. And so in the midst of all the uncertainty around COVID, around our own lives, around the tensions of our nation, may we together just pause. And may we declare, oh, the depths and the knowledge of the wisdom of God. He is who we trust. And in this moment, rest in him. Center yourself in him and declare your trust in him.